Hi darlings, and welcome back to my makeup garden. It's Liz. So today I got my Eyescream Beauty Box. This is the subscription box that I get every month. They're normally between like 4 and 6 full-size items. So let's go ahead and open this up and then we'll play with the things that are inside. Every month I get this subscription box. It's $25. And it's usually like indie brands and kind of brands that I'm not familiar with. There are some recognizable ones, of course, but they do a lot of collaboration palettes. So far, I've really enjoyed it. Let's see what this month holds. I do know what one of these items is because it came up in my Instagram feed, but for the most part, I actually don't know what's in here. So the first item we have is Beauty for Certain. And what is this? This is, a matte liquid lipstick. So... oh, and I do like the shade a lot. Let's pull it out. Let's look at it. So this, let's see. This liquid lipstick by Beauty for Certain retails for $22. So kind of like, and it's here. How much product is in here? Oh my God, little tiny writing. 0.2 ounces, 3.5 milliliters. You'll have to tell me if you think that's a lot. Here's the applicator here. Let's have an Instagram moment or influencer moment. And let's look at the color. Let's see what that color is. Everything I could have hoped for. I am a neutral lippy kind of girly. That's kind of my thing. And yeah, like a pinky brown. We'll find out. Let's see what the blurb says. It does come with a card. It says, matte liquid lipstick by Beauty for Certain. There are a few shade variations of this matte lipstick. These are pigmented matte lipsticks. Be sure to prep your lips with the lip balm to avoid dry lips. Good to know. So we automatically know that it is a drying formula. We're going to find out just how drying. Okay? So the next item we have here is the Bold Control Graphic Marker by Okay, I'm going to say, I think it's probably Douce. It's D-O-U-C-C-E. It's the douche. It's Douce. D-O-U-C-C-E. Okay, I think it's douchey. I'm so sorry. This is a variation item that will either be basic black eyeliner or a clear gloss topper by Douce. The eyeliner container is thick, making it easier to apply. The glossy top coat provides a multi-dimensional and vibrant shine, perfect for taking your look to the next level. We're going to find out. I think this one is the graphic marker, and I really hope. I was hoping that it was not the gloss in reading that. So it does look like it is the Bold Control graphic marker. Oh, it just pulls out. Oh, interesting. So it's just like it's a chunky boy. Okay, not the blackest eyeliner, but it is smooth. So it's more like a charcoal gray. We'll see what I do with this. I don't know. That retails for $23. I would never, in this day and age, I would never pay that. It would have to be a luxury item for me to pay that. Okay. So the next item is an eyeshadow duo by Chanteco. Now this is the, Duochrome Duo by Chanteco Beauty. It's an exclusive to Eyescream Beauty Box. It does retail for $20. And it's a mini palette. One multi-chrome and one duochrome. So let's see. I have like a gold and a purple. And let's go ahead and swatch these on my finger. They do feel really nice. Here is that, and let's go ahead and put these on my hand. It does come with one of these little sponge applicators. I wish companies just wouldn't. Like, do you use those? I never do. Ooh, pretty. Okay. That's good because the one item I do know about in here, the shimmers are kind of, So the third, is that the third? 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth item is this liquid multi-chrome. It's actually a liquid duochrome eyeshadow by Charmacy. I have used some of their shadows in the past. Oh, that's fun. Look at it. It's like you can see the shift a little bit. This is in their shade OVIP 08. Oh, there's a seal. Okay. Doesn't really have a smell, which is good. Let's see. Ooh. I'm really pleased to see that. I don't use a lot of liquid eyeshadow products. I just don't. It's something that I don't really reach for, but this like purpley blue, almost it's not holographic, but it has like that kind of a shift. I'm excited to play with that. And the last item in this box is the Good to Go palette by Ofra Beauty. This is the one that, or Ofra Cosmetics, I should say. This is the mini mix palette. So this is the one that I knew was in here. So let's go ahead and open that up. So you do have a bronzer item, you have a blush item, you have a couple of different highlighters, both of which might be a little bit dark for my skin tone, for what my preferences are. Here we go. And then you do have some of their eyeshadows here. This one in particular is a shimmer. So let me go ahead and let's go ahead and do that. So, well, that seems to be better than Ofra's shadows normally are. Let's see how these other ones fare. See, we got that peach color. Okay. Yeah, the terracotta is not looking so hot there. Yeah, the terracotta, we'll see how it applies on the lid, but I don't anticipate that terracotta is going to be like good. And let's go ahead and grab this pink here. Oh, this one seems to be more pigmented than the other ones though. Okay. So we'll see if we can make an eyeshadow look out of these. Ofra shadows, in my opinion, are not the best. I prefer their complexion products. But I love that we have this highlighter thing here. And then we have a couple of blushes. I do like their blushes already. So we're going to use this. We're going to use the other goodies. So let's jump into it. I don't have any base complexion or primer products. So I'm going to go ahead and do a base makeup off camera, and then I will be right back. All right, darlings, we are back. My base makeup is on. So we're going to go ahead and start. Let's start with the lips, I think. I want to see how this Beauty for Certain lip gloss, or not lip gloss, liquid lipstick dries down. This is the color number 22 is what's listed on the package. So let's go ahead and put this on. I did remove the lip gloss that I was wearing previously. So let's see how dry this is. Well, right away, I like the applicator. It's simple but effective. So that is drying. We'll see how this goes. The applicator, it already is drying down. I can feel it. Should I give that a minute before I try to talk? Well, let's see. It does feel drying already. That's a good sign. Not. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into the face palette. So, oops, as I'm dropping everything. It dried down really fast though. I will say when I tried to wash it off my hand, it did have a hard time washing off, but the color is really nice. Did I do a great job on my lips? No. Normally I have to like adjust because my lips are not perfectly even, because my teeth are not perfectly even. So I usually have to like over on one side to make it look more symmetrical, but it's fine. Okay. So let's go into the Mini Mix palette here. Now I do have a cream bronzer on and I do have a cream blush because that is what I normally do anyway already. But I went light-handed with it, so yeah. So we're gonna go, this is gonna be, I can already tell you this is gonna be too warm, but let's muddy up our faces, shall we? So this, let's see, the color of this is called, what is it called? This is Intentions and this is Current. So I can already tell you this bronzer is not going to be the best color shade for me. I think it's a little bit too warm and a little bit too dark, but let's find out. I do like Ofra's powder bronzer products. I'm sorry, what, did the pigment go somewhere? Let's try again. I do like their color cheek products. The blushes especially. The bronzers are good. I've actually panned one of the bronzers. But there's so many good formulas out there now that, you know, I don't particularly reach for them all the time, but I used to reach for them all the time. Okay. Yeah, I did not do a great job on my lips, but that's okay. We're just going to go with it. Because honestly, this shit's on here like tar. It's not going anywhere. But anyway, oh, there's a little bit of residual stickiness. I don't think it's fully dried down yet though. So, all right. Right away, I mean, honestly, that bronzer, it worked fine. It didn't muddy things up like I thought I would. It just added a little bit of warmth. I think this one is a little bit less pigmented maybe than some of their other ones, which is actually a good thing in this case because the color is not quite a color I would reach for on me anyway. I do think that's actually a good thing. So, oops, dropped something. Okay, so we're gonna go into the blush here, and this blush is called Intentions, and it's just like a nice pinky, like a pinky peach or like a pinky coral type color. I'm gonna, okay, good, it's not too pigmented. I was tapping it off on my hand just in case. If you ever find that you're worried about whether a blush is super pigmented or not, tap it in the pan and then tap it on your hand, and it will like remove the excess if you have excess. That's a pretty color. I'm pretty sure this color is in another one of their palettes already, actually. I'm pretty sure this one is in their cheeky, like their blushful palette. It's in one of them. Ofra likes to recycle shades in their palettes, like mixing and matching, so I'm not entirely surprised to see that. So, okay. Blush, beautiful. Bronzer, beautiful. So far, this is, you know, working out. We do have this big old highlighter wheel here that has like 1, 2, 3, 4 different colors in it. So this is called the All of the Lights. And if you have this already, then you may not need to touch it, but I'm going to touch it because it's here. I'm pretty sure that this is Rodeo Drive. Just looking at it, I'm fairly certain that it's Rodeo Drive. So I'm going to go ahead and tap that on my cheek here. And then just kind of use a clean finger to blend it in. Ofra's highlighters are beautiful. I'm pretty sure that like their Rodeo Drive and then Nikki Tutorials, her glazed donuts, glazed donut highlighter were really like the ones that put Ofra on the map with that, you know? I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose because that's my preference. Light up my little troll nose. Okay. So far, complexion looks really nice, if not, you know, blinding, because holy cannoli, I feel like, should I put some down there too? What's the little sweaty lip? Little sweaty lip. Oh, ooh. Maybe we should put, let's do that. Put a little bit of that highlighter on the lip for a little added zhuzh. There is some residual tackiness with this lip, but it is mostly dried down and completely transfer proof so far. So that's cool. All right, let's grab a brush for eyeshadow. And we're gonna go ahead and start building our eyeshadow look. So I am gonna use some of the shades from the palette. A majority of the shades, however, are gonna come from those multi-chromes. So I kinda wanna place, oops. I'm sorry, why are you so stuck? Cool. Okay, I'm grabbing this Glam Light brush here. It is clean, it's just stained. I'm going into the shade, it's called Ready, and it's this peachy shade here. Now this is a matte shade, but it does have like a little bit of sparkle in it. I don't think that's gonna translate on the eye. I think it just prevents it from being completely matte. Like I said, Ofra's eyeshadows, not my favorite. My lids have a little, like a bit of a natural tint to them already. So, like, see how my lids have like a kind of a natural brown to them already. It does make it, building up a lighter shade, sorry. It does make it a little bit more challenging. They need to have a little bit more pigmented for me than maybe somebody who has like super fair skin. My skin is on the border of being medium right now. It's light to medium normally, but we're coming into the sunniest of the season. I am a Florida child, so run away. Okay, we're gonna go into, here's the deal. I don't think any of these are gonna work great for this, but I kind of wanna go into this shade here and put this in my crease. I don't think I'm gonna use the orange or the pink. I'm just gonna use that same brush. And I guess I could use a mirror. That would be helpful. That Ofra palette does not have a mirror. Let's see if this is gonna work. A lot of their products are mix and match, like you can use like on your cheek or you can use it on your eyes. So yeah, that bronzer shade, really not very pigmented. It's kind of hard pressed. So should I have shaved my mustache before this? Maybe. So it's a very, very, very subtle. Honestly, this is probably one of those like bronzer type shades you could build up, but it's not immediately pigmented. But I do want to use kind of something a little darker in the crease for these eyeshadows. Now, I don't know how these eyeshadows perform on their own, so I'm not going to use a primer today. Normally, I do like to use a primer, like a glitter primer, to create an eyeshadow look, but I'm not going to do that today because I don't know how they're going to work with that. So I kind of want to take this shade here and I want to place that on the inner corners of my eye. And I will tell you immediately, this shade wants to, this is a kind of formula that is going to want a hard pan. I can see discoloration on the surface already using my finger. And some eyeshadow formulas just don't work for finger application. They're more sensitive to the oils in your hands. But I don't give a shit. I'm going to use it anyway because it's my makeup and I do what I want. It's kind of seafoamy initially in the pan, but I do think it actually looks a little bit more green on the eye. I do think it's pretty. It is pretty. Now, I am not going to use a primer for these because, one, I haven't tested Ofra's formula in a while. So let's see how it does on its own. Their eyeshadows are kind of like the traditional shimmers, and a lot of their shimmer shades are actually their highlighters that have just been in like a smaller format. So like they have like their topper shades, and a lot of those are really similar to their highlighters. Okay. Firstly, this green is kind of serving. It is pretty. It almost has like those satiny type vibes. It's not, see, look, it's not the most sparkly, but that's okay. It almost looks like a satin on the lid to me, but it's not a satin, okay? So, like I said, their eyeshadows are, I would give them like a 4 out of 10 if we're being completely honest. So, all right, I do want to do that duo, this one here, the Charmacy one. And I think it's going to work out really well because we have a lighter shade and we have a darker shade. Should we try to use their little throwback to 2002? Let's do it. Okay, I'm going to use this little applicator and I'm going to go into this golden pink shifty shade here. It does have a little mirror, which has a film on it that I really feel like a little kid who got into their parents' makeup right now. And I'm just like, or like a grown-up using their kids' makeup with them. Like, that's what this reminds me of. It's just like, you know, like the Ulta Beauty sets that you get? Okay, so I'm going to go in. There's not, listen, friends, there's not a fat chance in hell that this is going to work with this applicator. So we're going to abandon ship right here, and I'm going to use my finger. We're going to go into this golden shade, and we're going to prettify the fuck out of this. Because that's what we're doing. That shifty is very pretty. Immediately, it's not as easy to pick up, even with your finger, as I would probably like it to be. It's kind of soft, but it is a really pretty shift, though. I am going to tap it a little bit further in. the camera's not doing it justice right now. It's a lot sparklier than the camera is giving it credit for, but without a glitter primer, it is not the most intense either. So, memo to self when using this little Chantico. Okay, I want to say it's Chantico, but it's spelled Chantico, and the fixation part of my brain says it's Chantico. Okay. Tap that over. It does kind of look a little muddy on this eye, the one I'm winking at you. But, okay. Oh my gosh, I feel like I have to use every finger because we could have started with this shade, I guess, but like, why would we do things the easy way? I see I have it all over my fingers, but it kind of looks muddy. I don't know if that's because of the nature of the color itself or because of what I did, but like, I just feel like I need to keep adding more to get what I want. I do normally use a glitter primer, like I said, and I anticipate that this is the kind of formula that you need a glitter primer for. But we've come too far, and I refuse to take my makeup off to do that. Okay, so have I made a mess? Yes. Is it going to get worse from here? Also, yes. Let's go into the purple, and we're going to go in. This is just like a really purple blue shift. We're going to tap this on the outer corner here. It's not quite as dark. Like the base on this is kind of sheer. So I don't think it's going to build up as dark as I would probably want it to. But honestly, for this look, that's probably okay. It's probably okay that we don't have that excessive pigment, because at the rate we're going, I'm gonna fuck it up. Okay. I do think it is pretty though. There's something to that. I haven't quite figured what it is, but there is something to that. What, did I just put the wrong one on top of it? I sure enough did. Good thing I didn't put it on my eye. Okay. So right away, I can tell you, I think these are gonna crease on me. Just for how they're sitting on my eyes now. So you can see there's already like a little bit of a line forming there. A lot of times that's because it does want to crease on me. So we're going to find out the hard way, because that's how we have to do things sometimes. Let's grab a brush, and we're going to do the inner corner highlight, and I'm going to use this liquid Charmacy one, this one. I'm going to use this on the inner corner. So let me grab this Divina. This is their D103. It's just like a fine tapered pencil type brush. I'm going to put some of this on the back of my hand because I don't want to apply it. Oh, it's so pretty. I think this is going to be the one that actually makes the look. I just have a feeling. So we're going to put this on the D103, and we're going to place this on the inner corner, and we're going to liven this bitch up because we're looking a little drab, but you know your girl is fab. So it is not as crazy intense as it is when you apply it, obviously, with the applicator. But I don't, like I said, want to apply this directly to the eye. I feel like things could go horribly wrong too quickly for me. So, oh, it is really pretty though. I'll just brush that up that way, brush this up this way, because that's what I like to do. I'm tempted to put some of this in the center of the lid as well. But maybe we'll just put one of those highlighter shades. I don't feel like this shade is really as vibrant as I was hoping it was going to be from the swatch. So let's go into this mini mix palette here. And I'm going to go ahead and grab probably this pink highlighter right here, just to kind of go with the general vibe. And I'm just going to grab a little bit of that. It's like a light pink. We'll just put like a little tiny bit of that right there in the center of the lid. For just a little bit of light, because that one duochrome or multichrome, whatever it is just really kind of not cutting it for what I want. Okay, so let's grab that bold eyeliner pen and let's just completely fuck it up, shall we? So, dearest eyeliner gods, Let's try not to fuck it up. Okay, so I'm gonna do my best, but I'm just gonna kind of line it up with my eye and stamp and sweep down. Not the worst. Not the worst. Not the worst. I think the shape of this makes it a little bit easier to do a kind of a wing, but I do think the tip is getting kind of clogged up. Yeah, it's getting kind of clogged up with the shadow. Okay, we're gonna put the cap back on. We're gonna give it a good shake. And then we're gonna do the other side. And we're just gonna hope that the angle of the dangle is similar, okay? It is trickier because it's chunky. It is trickier when you do the opposite side. Like, I'm right-handed. There is not a fat chance in hell on this earth of me willingly doing my eyeliner with my left hand. Okay. See, I have these folds here, so I just raise my eyebrows up, give them a little fill in there. And when they go back down, just make sure it's even. As even as it's going to be anyway. This could easily turn into one of those Amy Winehouse situations where you you start with one side and then you do the other side and then you add a little bit more and then you add a little bit more and then you add a little bit more until regret sets in. Okay, we're just gonna call that done. I think that's close enough. Let me put on some mascara and some eyeliner just on my tight line there. And then we'll come back and we'll just talk about the items. Okay, cool. Okay, so mascara is on. I just used my Benefit Roller Lash. There's one more thing I wanna try, okay? Pause, reverse. There's one more thing I wanna try. I wanna put some lip gloss in the center of the lid. It's doing fine on its own, but let's see if it transfers with a gloss. So let's let that sit in for a few minutes. Let's talk about the other items and then we'll circle back around to the lips. So to finish the eyes, I tried to use the eyeliner chubby thing, whatever they're calling this. I tried to use that on my tight line. I could not get this to adhere to my tight line at all. So if you were thinking that you were gonna get a secondary use out of this there, I have to inform you that that is nay, I say. So that's not gonna work. I went ahead and added that pink you see on my waterline there is actually this pink from the palette, and I just used an angled brush and I just tapped it on. I felt like the eyes needed something else after I put mascara on. And so I think that just kind of pulled everything else in together, and I think that worked out really well. My eyes look super dark right now. They don't look as like medium brown as they normally do. They look really dark right now, which I kind of love. So this palette, it performs fine. It's fine. Would I spend the money on this palette full price or even at a discount? I personally wouldn't, and that's because I already have a whole palette of Ofra blushes, and a friend of mine is giving me the other one that I don't have. So I probably would not purchase these type of palettes. I think they're good for somebody who doesn't have a lot of makeup, but I have a lot of makeup. So for me, they're just kind of like, this would be good for somebody who travels a lot because these are magnetic. You can customize the shades and just pop in any shadow that you want that fits that size. So it is good for that. The highlighters are great. The highlighters are always great. I do think the bronzer did a good job. It's not very pigmented, but that's why it did a good job. I was able to sheer it out and just add some warmth to the skin, but not enough to be muddy. Not like I expected, honestly, but it's in a good way. This blush color is beautiful. That one is called Intentions. It is beautiful color blush. Is that right? Yeah, Intentions. Okay, sorry. I have to think in reverse. This added just a little bit of peachiness, but without a primer. It's not anything to write home about. This is pigmented enough in the waterline. I didn't put it anywhere else, so I can't speak to that. This is just a nice, honestly, kind of like a nice base seafoamy kind of color. It is not very shiny. It's not very shiny on the lids, but if you like a subtle shimmer, then you would probably actually like their shimmer formula. I did not use this. I did not use that either. I used this one here, which I think is Rodeo. This one, which I think is Rodeo Drive. I could be wrong about them. I used this one on the cheek and this one in the center of the lid. They're great. The highlighters are great. So this is fine. I'm not mad at it. Am I going to reach for it a lot? No. But I will every once in a while. I may end up giving this to a sister. If one of them voices that like, oh, I need to get this, then maybe I'll give it to them. But I wouldn't buy this full price, but I'm happy to have it from the box. Does that make sense? Okay. I know it's a long roundabout way of saying things. We already talked about the eyeliner pencil. Let's talk about the Duo. The little applicator that it comes with is a fucking waste of time. Don't waste your time like I did. There's no need. This did nothing to pick it up. I'm sure it might for some people, but it didn't for me. You can see the shifts there. These are going to be fine. These are like that smooth multi-chrome formula. They're not like a heavy particle formula. As you can see, they're just kind of more subtle on the eye without a glitter primer. I think these with the glitter primer would really show up because then you get that boom, that like color payoff. So I am going to play with these again with a glitter primer. I just wanted to try them out on their own because I have not tried these. I think I've tried a single from them, but I don't know if it's the same formula or not. So there is that. And you can see there the color differences, right? Okay, cool. This is other one, this Charmacy one, this Color Stream Multi-Chrome Eyeshadow Liquid. It's very pretty. It's really luminous. I like this for the inner corner. I am curious how it's going to be on the lid. So if you look on my hand, it is dried down, so it does not appear to be moving, and that is a good sign. But I do have creases in my lids. I am 37. I'm a little bit older. I do have partially hooded eyes here. So is it a recipe for disaster? Maybe. It took a little bit to dry down, which is nice because you have some time to work with it. I just don't know what that means for an all over the lid look with it. That'll have to be an experiment for another day. But I mean, this set down pretty good. So I'm curious how this would look as a highlighter. I bet it'd be really pretty tapped out. Okay, the lip. Let's talk about the lip. The lip is a little bit drying. Honestly, it's really not bad. It does not look dry at all right now because I do have a lip gloss in the center of the lid. So when I put this on, immediately it felt drying. It took a little bit to dry down, so you have some time to work with it, but it didn't take so long that it just became a mess. Does that make sense? So it has a good dry down time. It is a little bit drying on the downtime, or like it is a little bit drying as it dries down, which a lot of liquid lipsticks are. It is transfer proof if you put it on. Let's see if it's transfer proof though with a lip gloss, because sometimes liquid lipsticks lose the plot with that. So I'm just gonna kiss the back, and if you put a lip gloss on it, it will transfer. So something to know about it. Is it prettier with a lip gloss? Yes, it is a matte lip with a little pop of lip gloss in the center though. I just kissed my hand and it doesn't look like, it doesn't look patchy or, it actually looks really nice. It feels really light and really comfortable on the lips. So that one's here. This is shade number 22. And this is Beauty for Certain. I really like the color. The color is very nice. I like. And my darlings, that was it for my ice cream beauty box today. Thank you for getting ready with me while I play with the items. Yeah, that's all I have. So if you made it this far, leave me an eyeball emoji because this is the Eyescream Beauty Box. And I'm not sponsored in any way. I just like showing you guys what comes in mine every month. So, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.